When you hear the word Satanism, what do you picture? Odds are, if you're like the vast majority, you think of people who are dressed in black robes, aligned in a circle where a virgin would be sacrificed at the center of the formed pentagram. If not that, then you may think of those same cloaked people sacrificing a goat or pig to the devil himself. Ultimately, the big picture that is usually painted when describing Satanism is that of a cult. To be honest, you wouldn't be at fault for thinking so. However, I always wonder what exactly the religion was, so I spent the last year reading and analyzing the Christian and Satanic Bible, along with other religious texts, and to my surprise, and anyone whom I've discussed this with, Satanism actually isn't all that bad. At this point, many may be asking, how is Satanism not bad? It's a religion where you kill people and animals to sacrifice them to Satan, the devil. And my response to such a statement would be, that kind of interpretation of Satanism is truly only reserved for movies, TV, and the mentally insane. In most cases, people who see Satanism as something evil, like the assumed examples I said earlier, never actually do research into the topic itself, for if they did, they would come to an understanding that Satanism is actually quite the peaceful religion. There then arises a new question: why do so many people see Satanism as an evil and even harmful religion? To be honest, that would be the fault of the media, the Christian, and Catholic Church. When I say the Christian/Catholic Church, I don't mean to imply that both religions are the same, only that they share common beliefs and both are equally at fault for the hatred of Satanism. Although both religions don't directly tell people to hate and bash on Satanism, their beliefs indirectly lead people to bash and cast hatred upon the religion. In Catholic or Christian school, you are virtually taught the same thing: Satan is bad. More accurately, in both religions, Satan is painted as the prodigal son who betrayed his father and was cast down to hell. From then on, he had forever been painted as an evil presence that not only causes evil, but it should not be interacted with. The only problem with this kind of belief is that it practically contradicts the Bible. According to the Bible, Satan was cast down to hell not because he betrayed his father, but because he refused to love people more over his father, like he was told. As a bolt of lightning sent from the heavens struck Satan, he was sent flying down to hell. In addition, the concept of Satan being pure evil doesn't make much sense either. For some reason, as pointed out earlier, Satan is seen as evil, whose mere presence causes evil. Yet nowhere in the Bible does it actually blame Satan for what's wrong with the world. In fact, it was Adam and Eve's fault for taking fruit from God's tree, which forever caused problems for the human race. Furthermore, the Bible clearly paints Lucifer as a punisher of evil, not one who causes it. Going back to the main point, the way Catholicism and Christianity as religions discuss Satan, it leads many followers to automatically assume Satan is evil. As such, they view Satanism as a religion that should be feared and Satanists as evil people, who should not be trusted and or be sent to prison. Another reason Satanism is viewed in such a bad light is because of how it is represented on TV and cinema. In both mediums, Satanism is portrayed in some of the most stereotypical forms. People with black coats, sacrifice, and murder in the name of Satan. Shows like Criminal Minds or American Horror Story Asylum use Satan or Satanism as a plot device to give reason to the murders on the show. In Criminal Minds, it goes something along the lines of a specific antagonist of an episode is killing because they have to sacrifice people to Satan. Look at the episodes The Popular Kids and Hetheridge Manor as reference. In American Horror Story Asylum, Satan is basically the secondary antagonist of the season in the form of Sister Mary Eunice. Although, not all shows portray Satan and Satanism in such a bad way. For instance, the show Lucifer portrays Satan as someone who's damaged but also enjoys punishing evil. A pretty faithful adaptation, honestly. In the show's penultimate episode of Season 1, it even pokes fun at what many real Satanists dub fake Satanism. What is fake Satanism? Simply put, it's the stereotypical view on Satanism most people have about the religion being put into practice. I'm sure you've all heard it before. People killing in the name of Satan and dubbing themselves Satanists. These kind of Satanists are dubbed fake Satanists by real Satanists, as they do not follow the rules the religion poses since its inception. I'm sure serial killers like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, who considered himself a Satanist, only contributed to portraying Satanism as a horrific religion. However, everything Richard Ramirez did and stood for couldn't be further from the morals and beliefs true Satanism proposes. We've discussed what Satanism isn't, so on to what it is. According to an article discussing the history of Satanism on dpjs.co.uk, the Church of Satan was founded in 1966 by Anton LaVey, and as of 2001, its Black Pope has been the powerful and articulate Peter Gilmore. Satanism as a religion is highly skeptical, rationalist, and philosophical, demanding evidence and strong argumentation, but is otherwise open-minded on magic and some parts of the supernatural. Satanists are often bold, intelligent, and demanding. Satanism, in its most basic form, is a religion based on materialism, the empowerment of the self and the ego, the carnal realities of animal life, the questioning of social taboos, and the promotion of social justice. Furthermore, the religion is quite peaceful. One of its main messages basically reading, "Treat others the way you'd like to be treated," a philosophy most of us live by anyway. On an added note, it's a surprise to say that Lucifer isn't even worshipped in the religion. In fact, Satanism didn't even adopt the term Satanism or Satan into the religion at first. Satan merely represented the most ideal symbol of reality and nature, which is why he was adopted as a metaphor rather than something to be praised. Furthermore, most Satanists believe that there is no such thing as a heaven or hell, no angels or demons, no pure good or pure evil. As such, the only saviors in existence would be yourself. Satanism itself follows a relatively simple to follow and agreeable code of conduct. 5 of its core philosophies go as followed. Major emphasis is placed on the power and authority of the individual Satanist, rather than Satan himself. Knowledge, uniqueness, critical thinking, and creativity are considered valuable assets due to the power that they give people over their own lives, while conformity, ignorance, and stupidity are among the closest things that Satanism has to sins. As such, Satan is often identified with the serpent from the Garden of Eden, providing Adam and Eve with knowledge of good and evil in defiance of God, who wished to keep humanity ignorant. They believe that no Redeemer liveth, that each person is their own Redeemer, fully responsible for their own life. Celebration and exaltation of life are highly encouraged. Children are not to be abused or killed, as they are seen as the purest expressions of life, and as such are held as sacred and precious. They believe that people should live out their lust and desires and enthusiastically explore the 7 deadly sins with other consenting adults. They follow many beliefs, practices, and rules of behavior which are in conflict with traditional Christianity and essentially other mainstream religions. Notably, most forms of Satanism do not follow the Golden Rule, seeing it as a flawed moral system that rewards parasitic behavior. Instead, they feel that respect should only be given to those who deserve it, or otherwise have done no harm, while those who show disrespect or malice should have such given back to them in return. Basically, do unto others as they did unto you. Likewise, they believe that Christian definition of good and evil are similarly flawed, as they promote conformity and unquestioning acceptance of authority. Some additional beliefs that come with the territory are actually quite modern, which makes sense since the religion isn't really that old. For instance, contrary to popular belief, Satanism does not advocate for violence. In addition, one of the philosophies read, "When walking in open territory, bother no one. If someone bothers you, ask them to stop. If they do not stop, destroy them." Although it says destroy, it is not to be taken literal. Like Satan, destroy in this case is said in a metaphorical sense, more often interpreted as, destroy the person who bothers you with your intellect and superior knowledge, for you are not a bigot and understand the ramifications of destroying someone physically or literally. Another belief within the religion is freedom of choice. Pretty self-explanatory. Satanists believe you should be allowed to choose whatever you want out of life, so long as you are not hurting anyone else. You are free to speak your mind, free to choose what religion you wish to adopt, free to choose your sexual preference, etc. Moreover, Satanists are also big proponents of social justice. In fact, many people see Satan as the original feminist and liberator of women. It was, after all, Satan who encouraged Eve to eat the fruit of knowledge in the Garden of Eden, thereby freeing herself from slavery to God. Though its views on feminism are a bit odd at times. Satanists promote self-empowerment as one of the highest values, and thus believe that women who are drawn to Lucifer reject patriarchal control and seize power for themselves. The church sees the feminist movement as weak, accusing it of being predicated on creating an environment of victimhood for women, while seeking assistance in promoting equality from outside sources such as the government. As a side note, it should be also noted that like any religion, Satanism spawned different churches with mostly the same views and ideals, but slight modifications. Some different takes on the religion are atheistic Satanism, theistic Satanism, Luciferianism, the Satanic Temple, Dabber Satanism, and the worst variation dubbed Sicko-Satanism or Fake Satanism. In conclusion, Satanism isn't something to be feared. The religion goes out of its way to promote good in the world. Despite being portrayed so negatively, Satanism has some righteous beliefs under its belt. Satanists live via a good moral code, establish their stance on furthering education since they despise ignorance, and simply wanting to move society further as a whole. I think it's best to end this explanation with a quote from a friend. She described Satanism saying, "Satanism isn't bad. I mean in general, the religion is practically saying, treat yourself." Now, let me leave you with this little factoid. Did you know, among the satanic religion's most famous practitioners is Marilyn Manson, who became a member in the mid-90s?